Hey guys, Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. I've got the Dan Wesson 715 model 2.5 inch version of the CO2 Pellet Revolver. Let's grip it. Really quick, I want to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns for making this video possible. Go check them out, guys. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. Aesthetics from grip to muzzle. Yep, no butt here, guys. Total length is 8.3 inches with a total weight of 2.2 pounds. It's obvious it's constructed of all metal. There are very few parts on here that are plastic or rubber. We'll get to that later. It has Hogue style rubber grips where you'll find the CO2 compartment with an included tool for tightening and loosening the 12-gram CO2 cartridge. In front of the grip is the double action trigger, which will only fire if you have the manual safety located behind the hammer disengaged in the rear position. The hammer has a nice texture on it to be sure your thumb doesn't slip when cocking the gun. In front of the hammer is the 6-round cylinder that holds realistic casings where you can load your pellets. There are a couple different ways to load them. We'll go over that when we get to operation. In front of this cylinder is the cylinder latch. Then there is the rifled 2.2 inch inner barrel and the full metal and engraved outer barrel saying 357 Magnum. Now the only two parts on this revolver that are not metal are the grips and the sights. It has a front blade sight and an adjustable for windage and elevation rear sight. Okay, on to operation. So first order of business, guys, make sure your safety is engaged. Then this is not scopable, so let's move straight on to inserting the CO2. Loading the CO2 cartridge is very simple. Remove the left grip by using the indentation on the bottom to pull it off. You may need to loosen the screw to allow room for your 12-gram CO2 cartridge. You can do that by using the tool on the inside of the grip. Be sure to put a drop of chamber lube oil on the top of your cartridge before inserting it into the gun. Using the tool on the inside of the grip, tighten the CO2 screw just enough that it's not leaking. Don't tighten it too much. Replace the grip handle back on the gun. Now you're ready for ammo. Now there are a few different ways to load the .177 caliber pellets. Included is a speed loader. Remove the casings from the cylinder, load the pellets into the casings. Place the casings into the speed loader back end first, then line them up with the cylinder and push them in. Another way is to remove the casings, load the pellets into them, and place them in the cylinder. The way I like to do it is leave the casings inside the cylinder and load the pellets. Push the cylinder closed until the latch is latched. Point the gun at your target, disengage the safety, pull the hammer back, and pull the trigger. Okay, performance, guys. This is the fun part. First off, trigger pull and DB reading. For trigger pull, I got 3 pounds 10 ounces and 3 pounds 14 ounces. That's pretty average for a CO2 handgun. Now for DB reading at the muzzle, I got 85.8 and 85.5, so pretty much 85 dBs. 10 yards away, it was a little louder, which I thought was kind of odd. There's probably some scientific explanation to it that I don't know, but 10 yards away, I got 91 and 90 dBs. So it definitely is backyard friendly. Now I did some pellet testing off camera to find out what its favorite pellets were, and honestly guys, this is not a pellet picky gun. I wouldn't say any of the groups were horrible, but the favorites were the JSB Diabolo Stratons, the FIREARMS Diabolo Fields, and the H&N Barracuda matches. And of course guys, I'll have the hobbies for velocity. And right now I've got the pellets that did the best in my off-camera testing. We're going to see which ones do the best out of
the best of the best to do the rest of the testing with. So here we go. Safety off, hammer back. Here we go. I've got the FIREARMS Diabolo fields. These are 8.4 grain. Flyer. Oh, that's it. All right, those were pretty good. All right, so next up are the JSB Diabolo. These are Stratton pellets. They're new. They're 8.26 grains. All right, let's go with our top right. That might be it. Sometimes I forget to count. Okay. So those ones are pretty good. These ones I think were actually the favorites in the off-camera testing. Now I've got some H&N Sport Barracuda matches. All right, top left. Oh, that's it. All right.
Those ones were really, really good too. Right there in the center, had one flyer. I may even excuse that one. We have one more, guys. These are the hobbies. I like to check accuracy just because I can. These are mainly to check max velocity with a lead pellet in all the guns that I shoot, but let's see how accurate they are.
I think that was the last one. Yep. So those ones, they're really not bad. They're wad cutters, so they make a little bit bigger hole than the regular dome top pellets and the pointed pellets. But let's take a look at it. I'm not going to try to decide from here. Let's take a look at it and see which one's the best.
So which ones am I going to choose for the favorite is really tight between the H&N Sport and the JSBs, but
I'm going to give it to the H&N Sport. Before I move my target back, I'm going to do a fold to empty at 5 yards with the H&N Sports and see how many shots we get with it, what the velocity looks like from beginning to end, as well as what's the accuracy look like from beginning to end. So that was like the first round, and definitely not as good at accuracy as it was when I did the accuracy test against the other pellets. But it may be that the first few shots when you first put the CO2 cartridge in might be a little off. Let's check it out. I need to start counting how many times I shoot. We're at 191 for velocity on the 41st shot. Shot 70 and the velocity is 145 feet per second. Okay, that's it, guys.
And I got 86 shots, but I do believe it would probably get more. I did have a few dry fires because I didn't count how many pellets I shot. So I would guess over 90 shots with this one, with one CO2 cartridge. At shot 80, the accuracy started dropping as well as the velocity. Now from shot 1, the velocity I got was 286 feet per second. And at shot 43, which was about halfway through, I got 197 feet per second. And then shot 86, it really, really dropped at 62 feet per second, and it was done. What about max velocity? Well, the manufacturer claims 344 feet per second. I was thinking it may be with an alloy pellet, but with the hobbies, I got a max velocity of 344 feet per second. Who knows? Maybe they use the same pellets. Right on.
All right, guys, this is going to be at the table with the same H&N Sport Barracuda Hunter. Nope, these are Barracuda matches. Hopefully I haven't been saying Hunters. And this is at 10 yards. All right, let's go for center. Oh, that's it. Well, I only see 2 shots on the actual target, so I'm guessing that that means this is not a 10-yard gun.
All right, so 6 shots, 30 feet. At first, I didn't think it was so good. Only 2 hit the actual shoot and see target. So I went up to check it out and found that there was actually 4 out of the 6 that grouped really well at the bottom of the target. So I said it's worth another try. Well, my second try was absolutely horrible. They were all over the place. It was like a shotgun spray. So I would say this is not a long distance pellet gun. One more test, guys, offhand. First, I'm going to do some paperwork, and then we're going to go golfing.
Oh, I knew that was the last one.
So on paper, oh yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's how you're supposed to shoot a pistol anyways, not at the bench.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can hit these golf balls.
I didn't actually adjust the sights. I didn't actually sight it in. I just made some adjustments. And after I did that, I was hitting them pretty good.
I'm shooting a little high. There we go. Oh, that one was a little right. Might be it. No, that's... Yeah. I gotta get them all, guys, so... Go ahead and load a couple more.
With a bit more practice, guys, I could see myself advancing to the Pro Tour.
right before it, I think. There we go. Barely got that one.
So is the Dan Wesson 715 model 2.5 inch version, is it an offhander? Well, that's kind of a silly question because it's a handgun. It better be an offhander. Cons and pros. Are there any cons? Not today, guys. So let's go ahead and move on to pros. What do I like about this .177 caliber pellet revolver? Well, it is very realistic in looks and in feel. It's comfortable to hold, easy to use. The sights are easy to line up. The cocking handle is within reach for my small hands without repositioning them to pull it back and be ready for the next shot. It is extremely accurate at the appropriate distance. I wouldn't go any further than 15 to 20 feet with it. It's not pellet picky. I wouldn't say I had any horrible groups with any of the pellets that I tested off camera. This one will cost you about 140 bucks. So it's perfect for some backyard shooting practice. You'll get the practice without the noise and without the cost, all the while still benefiting from the realisticness in just about every way. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns. Thank y'all so much for making these videos possible. If you guys have not checked them out, you really should. If you're an air gunner, you like air guns, you like shooting, go check out www.gatewaytoairguns.org. There is something for every air gunner alive, I promise. Well guys, I guess that's about it. I'm Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all don't just have a good day, have an awesome one. See ya.